So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the last album by the band Sum 41, and it's called Heaven Plus Hell, and it's a double album, 20 songs, 55 minutes in length. And yes, the band said, Derek Whibley and band said a few months ago that this will be their last album. They're calling it a day, and they want to go out on top. So, does for Sum 41 go out on top on this album? Well, I would say this is a well-balanced album. So the thing with this album is like they're divided with the heaven and hell, and the heaven part is more of their pop punk sound, and the hell side is supposed to be more of their metal-based influence. Because Sum 41, even though they've always been like a pop punk band, they've always loved bands like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and it even showed. I remember when I first listened to All Killer No Filler back in 2000 or 2001. I remember they had some solos to them that I'm like, yeah, they're really influenced by Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and all those bands. So they could really play, but they also had that playfulness, pop punk side to them. But something that to me distinguished Sum 41 from some other of their contemporaries was that metal element that they could add to their sound. So with this last album, they're doing that. The first 10 songs are all pop punk, and the last 10 songs, they have more of a metal infused to them. And they released two singles. They released Landmines, which is more of the pop punk side of things, and then they released Rise, and that's more on the hell side of things. And both are great singles, and both, let know the listener that the band can do both styles seemingly very well. So there's two sides to this album. I enjoy more the heaven side. I think the heaven side had a more like cohesiveness to the album. There's more catchiness to the songs. And the hell side, there's some heavier riffing, but it doesn't feel that much like a metal record. It felt like a little bit more pop punk, but a little bit like more guitar solos. But I didn't feel like it had it like a whole new difference. So that's why I think the album kind of dragged a little bit at the end. But there's some great tracks nonetheless on this album, and I think it's a great goodbye for the band. So Landmines, obviously, I love that track. I love the how they do the choruses with the whoa, oh. There's some bands that can do that, but Sum 41 does it pretty well. The drumming, top notch. Other tracks that I enjoyed on that part, I enjoyed a lot. Time Won't Wait, catchy choruses again, some great guitar melodies, and Dopamine. I thought it was great. It's a song about like you were used by someone and you just did it for the dopamine, like for the kicks. And it's a very commercial track, but I truly enjoyed it. It felt something like Blink 182 could have done in one of the newer albums that they did. Another song that I thought was great was Not Quite Myself. Again, the choruses, when Sum 41 does the pop punk choruses, they're just so catchy that you sing along to them, and it's great. The hell part, I thought Rise was a great single. The guitar solos on that one is really like new wave of British heavy metal. Dueling guitar meets punk. And I like other songs I like there was I Don't Need Anyone and Stranger in These Times. After that, I thought that some of the songs kind of sounded a little bit the same, and they even have a cover song for Painted Black by the Rolling Stones. And I thought, like, if this is going to be their last album, why put out a cover? Just put out a new original track. It wasn't a bad cover, but also it didn't add anything to the original. So it was just there to be there. And the album ends with How the End Begins. And it's like saying like everything comes to an end. So it's like the band saying goodbye to their fans and thank you for the 23 years that you supported the band. So yes, Heaven Plus Hell, it's an enjoyable album. It's not the greatest Sum 41 record. I think A little bit of like trimming would have made the album flow a little bit better, even though it's just 55 minutes. But I think if they would have trimmed a little bit of the fat at a lean, like, I don't know, I think 45 minutes for pop punk, it's a sweet spot. But yeah, I think the band goes out on top. And again, the strong suits for the band here are their hooky choruses, their great solos, and their chorus. You know, the energy that the band brings. Some bands don't wait to retire on unless it's like too late and no one cares anymore. And I think Sum 41 are doing it for the right reasons. They're a band who are going out. They're still very young. Like, they could have gone through more years of music, but I know Derek Whibley has had his health scare, so I think that's why probably they're calling it quits. But who knows? We never know, because some band says it's the end and they come back. But if this is truly the end for Sum 41, I think they go out on top. And this is a very solid record that if you're a Sum 41 fan, you will enjoy. I personally, like I said, enjoyed more the Heaven part. I think when they're doing the pop punk, they're better than the other side. So that's just my taste. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think of Sum 41, Heaven Plus Hell? What are your favorite tracks? Comment down below. And tell me, how would you rank this in your Sum 41 discography? So if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like, and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourselves. So until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a Couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you, and goodbye.